Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's What's Up Wednesday interview series. If you're new here, we meet with guests of our network and share resources out to the industry. Today, I'm joined by Paula, Chanel, and Kelly with Wisconsin Early Childhood Association. You might recognize them. I've had them on in the past, but they're going to be doing kind of a recap year in review with us today, covering how our partnership with them has been with us here at ELV, that experience and things like that since we've had them on over the course of the year plus by now. So hi, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining today.
Morning.
Welcome. Hi.
All right. So kick us off today, whoever wants to, just briefly explaining your roles with WECA and what the overall goal and who WECA is for those unaware completely.
You bet. So my name's Kelly Matthews, and I work at the Wisconsin Early Childhood Association here in Wisconsin. We are the state affiliate of the National Association for the Education of Young Children. Within WECA, we offer the Teach Scholarship Program. We are a statewide food sponsor for family child care providers. We also offer the reward stipend, which is helpful to help boost compensation for our early education workforce here in Wisconsin. And our newest program, which you may have heard of, is WESN, the Wisconsin Early Education Shared Services Network. And in that role, I am the co-director along with Miss Paula Drew.
Woo! Yeah, thank you guys. All right. Looking back a little bit, just to kind of do a little bit of that year in review, how has this past year been for you all regarding our partnership here with us, ELV, just kind of generally speaking to start off?
This past year, Milena, has been crazy.
Wild, I know.
It's hard to even think about what's happened within like a year time frame, but as you know, we are going through a major expansion. We took our deep level of services that we have been offering for the past 3 years, and we broke them out into 3 different tiers. An informational tier, tier focused on technology, which is the required use of ELV to get into that tier with an application process. People are really excited about this. It's new. It will include 150 providers across the state of Wisconsin, no matter where you live. And then our tier 3, which is our deep level of services that takes a regional approach and also includes ELV. Another exciting thing we've done this year in connection with ELV is we're doing a pilot of Leg Up, which is an enrollment concierge software system that helps folks with marketing and bringing families in and then getting them enrolled seamlessly. And we're really excited about that. We just kicked that off about 3 weeks ago, and already providers are sharing stories with each other about how much this is going to help them. So that is another exciting thing that we have done in collaboration with you all this year that we're really excited about.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Kind of some high level points on that. Absolutely. So what are some overall successes or milestones that you would like to pinpoint within the past year or so?
So I can, you want to go?
Go right ahead.
I can speak to some of that. Some of the most recent successes that we've had using ELV actually are that we've got quite a few providers that are in various processes of joining and using ELV, some who are just beginning and others who are actually utilizing the entire system to its max potential. So they're using it for enrollment, for staff files, and then doing their billing and connecting with our back office support. So Dan is our financial coordinator, and he is helping programs streamline their billing processes, make sure that they're getting their full tuition, and really making that whole process a lot easier for them. That's been a big win. The other big win that we've had is that we worked obviously with your team to develop the system as a whole to make sure it meets our Wisconsin regulations. And when it didn't, we were able to collaborate with DCF, so our Department of Children and Families, to make sure that it would work for our family child care providers. And once we were able to show them that it did, we actually had regulation in our state change so that all of our family child care providers could utilize the system as well, which is a huge win for ELV, for WESN, for all of our providers. So that's been super exciting as well.
Yeah, I would add one more thing to that is that we've worked diligently with ELV to create an API patch for Quickbooks, because we know a number of our providers use Quickbooks in their day-to-day. And so instead of having 2 different tools running simultaneously, we can now bring that together and
Streamline.
make them more efficient and effective, which is pretty fabulous because that's what shared services is about.
Exactly. Yeah. Streamlining kind of every jack of all trades system into the one. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, great pinpoints there. So if you could put a number on it, I don't know if you had that in front of you. How many providers have we gained within your network over the course of the year or so?
I think I actually double checked. We have 18 in our system right now who are in various points of the enrollment process. And that will be going, I imagine that will get much larger between our tier 2 services,
right,
and those programs connecting, and our tier 3 now that all of the family providers in the state can begin using the software too.
Right, breaking up those categories, yeah, with those enhancements. Absolutely. So you touched on that a little bit, but briefly explain that bit of development piece that we did for you all with the home providers.
Yeah, so we went through the entire system with your team, looking at all the information that it collected from the beginning and going line by line of each form that we have that's required in Wisconsin. And just the basic enrollment process for our providers here is like 5 or 6 different forms. And some of those forms are actually 3 or 4 pages long, asking up to like 40 questions. So we went through with your team and our state here to make sure we were asking all the right questions in the same way and making sure that each checkbox that was actually required would be required in the system. That way, when providers are sending this information to families, they actually can't miss or accidentally not check the box that says someone can apply sunscreen or they can go on the field trip, because those would be citations or non-compliance in our state. And we really want to make sure that the system will meet all of the expectations and make it easier and eliminate. If we've done our online enrollment using ELV, every question's been asked, it's been marked, and we don't have to worry. And we're now also going to get those reminders that something's a huge time saver. So we worked with both teams to make sure everything got done and was just right there. And then worked with your team to make sure that the training process is really easy, that they know how to use it, and they're good to go from there. So
yeah, their back is covered, they're compliant, they're all good to go. Yeah, that's awesome.
I will just add that they on our state side at the Department of Children and Families, they also then worked with the subsidies. Everything was compliant on that end because they have requirements around signatures and timestamps and all of that. And so they were really impressed with the level of detail and inability to sort of change things without it being marked and known who did what at what time. So not only was it our licensors that were happy, but it was also our subsidy team at the state that was happy.
Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. So speaking of those 18 new members or so, how are those members liking the system with the ongoing support available? Are we getting pretty good feedback from all of them kind of daily as that process goes?
Overall, it goes really well. The programs who are really into it and using it don't seem to have any troubles. And if they do, they know exactly who to call. They've reached out to you, they'll reach out to Eva, and they'll say, I've got a quick question, I don't understand. And then we've got a couple people on our team as well who know, oh, actually, it's just this one thing here. I can show you how to do that real quick.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. So looking ahead here, as we kind of always are, trying to innovate and be better in the future, what are some goals for the future of our partnership, if you could narrow some down?
I think one goal of ours is to sort of emulate what's happening in Colorado with the connection between licensors and using the system so that some of those paperwork type of check visits can be done remotely.
Right.
So that when licensors come on site, they can really spend that time looking deeper into quality indicators versus just paging through files. That's something we have seen some interest with some of our licensing teams in doing. It's something we would love to see because it just makes everything more efficient. So hoping to continue that conversation, in August, not only some folks from your team at ELV, but also the director of licensing in Colorado came and met with our state licensors in Wisconsin and talked about how that works in Colorado. And I think that was really impactful. And we're going to continue that conversation in hopes that in the future, things can be streamlined in that capacity.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good goal. Yeah. So kind of speaking aside from the goals, just in general, is there anything else support-wise, communication-wise, we can be doing more of at this time to support you all there in Wisconsin and just kind of be better looking ahead?
I don't really think so. I think the communication, we meet with your team regularly.
Pretty regularly, yeah.
Providers know how to access everybody. I think we've got really good ongoing communication, and we're able to reach out to anybody in the team. And when we've got new ideas, I've just sent one in the last week or so saying, hey, how about this? And they're like, well, how about it? Tell us more. Like, give us all the details so that we can work on adding that to our development list for you. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Really well.
We'll keep trucking. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. You guys are so consistent with us, so we appreciate that and the constant communication and partnership. So we'll wrap it up here. Feel free, whoever wants to, if you'd like, share any final thoughts, updates, or feedback regarding WECA, WECA, or Wisconsin in general to add to our network today.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that with our expansion, we have these 3 tiers of services. People across the state can access some level of support through WECA. You can go to our website, wisconsinearlychildhood.org, click on the WECA page and find that tier that fits your needs and click to apply for membership. We'd love to see you within WECA. So much is happening right now, and we can help you keep track of all those things.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good one. As always, appreciate your time.
Bye-bye.